They were the heroes from the future. Teenagers protecting the universe from those that would sow the seeds of chaos. Each had unique powers and abilities. And though they often had their differences, they came together to save the day as the Legion of Superheroes. Now, you can be a part of their adventures and learn the history of the future in the Legion Clubhouse.
I'm here to call this meeting of the Legion Clubhouse to order. We will begin with roll call. Steven Schleicher, here. Brainiac 5.
He's out.
Where is he?
He's in a meeting.
Okay. Pharaoh Lad.
Pharaoh Lad died fighting the Sun Eater. We buried him on Takran Galtos, I believe.
Oh, okay. Matthew.
Yes, I'm here.
Phantom Girl?
She's in another dimension right now.
Okay.
Are we going to go through the whole roster, or?
Well, are we the only two here?
Yes, it's you and me.
Well, I guess we will just dismiss with roll call and move right into the reading of the minutes. Matthew, can you read from the minutes, please?
Yes. 9:24, 9:25.
Okay. We will now move on to
9:26.
Old business. Order, please. Order.
Old
First
business.
order in old business, Matthew, is the Legion of Clubhouse podcast continuing?
Looking at the old business, I have here, yes, it is.
Yes, it is, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, the person who funded our first 10 episodes came forward and said, hey, I want to fund 10 more. I know you guys are increasing your patronage over at patreon.com/majorspoilers. And so I want to continue you guys for another 10 episodes. It's been really great. This person has really, really enjoyed it. And so once again, this person has put forth the funding so we can produce 10 more episodes of the Legion Clubhouse just for you. Now, we can't continue to rely.
10
I know. But here's the thing, Matthew. We cannot rely on one person alone funding this entire podcast for the next, 500 episodes. I mean, it would be great. But ideally, what we need is patrons. Patrons over at patreon.com/majorspoilers. But the good news is, beginning in, I want to say probably August, we will have a new round of the Legion Clubhouse for you every other week. That should run till, May? August?
Sounds about right.
September, October, November, December? Yeah, December. We should run through the end of the year with that.
February.
So that should be good for everyone.
February.
So February. I'm excited for that. Good job. Is there any other old business that has been unaccounted for?
It says here that you owe me $2 from a trip to the Burger King in 1994.
Yeah, you didn't turn in your receipts, so no. All right. Let us move then. Oh, quick. Let us take a quick recess, and we will be back with new business.
If you enjoy the show, we would appreciate your support. You can find out more and become a Legion Clubhouse member at patreon.com/majorspoilers.
All right, we are back from recess.
Yeah,
Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Jason Inman, for providing that interlude for us. Now on to new business. Matthew.
Yes.
I have in my hand a fresh copy.
Top 10 list.
No. I have a fresh copy of Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes Volume 1. We talked about this before. This is something that DC Comics has put together, and I don't know what to say about this. Part of me is like, ooh, cool, a Legion of Superheroes collection. And these are stories that we will eventually get to. Mm-hmm. But this is Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes issues 234 to 240. Mm-hmm. DC Superstars 17, all new collector's edition. What does that say? C55.
C55, that's the wedding issue.
Yeah.
Lightning Lad and Saturn Girl, so it's all going to be Grell.
Spoilers, darling. So this is all Paul Levitz, Mike Grell, James Sherman work, and it is over 300 pages.
Wow.
At first, whenever I pulled it out, I was like, oh, this is just like those old classic DC Legion of Superheroes stuff where it was like 4 issues for like $50.
Right.
So this one's, significant number of issues, over 300 pages of issues. I was just expecting something bulkier, but it's also $50. It's all, of course, 70s Legion of Superheroes.
Got a great cover.
Oh, yeah. It's got a really cool cover. Them fighting a bunch of what we might consider as Tars Tarkuses, the Green Martians of Mars.
I believe that may be from the C-55, or as it is referred to by the creators, that damned wedding tabloid.
Yeah.
It's
so
one
this
of the
is pretty good. I mean, it's good paper. It's all in color. I'm waiting for the other Legion volume to arrive, but for some reason, for me, when I think omnibus, I think something bigger than this.
You think oversized?
I was thinking like 600 pages, like the big Invincible omnibus that they have out there. I think there's 4 volumes of that right now. I mean, those are big, and they are packed with content. I don't know if this is worth $50. I mean, it's a hardback. It's got a slip cover,
right?
Or a dust cover, whatever you call it. I mean, it is a good book.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's $49.99.
But it's Grell. I mean, Mike Grell does such beautiful. I mean, this is what I call the Naked Legion.
Yeah,
Cosmic
Saturn
Boy
Girl wears that pink,
in a pink
bikini
leather
thing.
bikini. Cosmic Boy spends most of it in a corset, wearing gloves and boots. So you got that going for you. I believe that this is the point where Shadow Lass is basically wearing a teeny tiny bikini.
Mm-hmm.
There's some stuff in and around it, maybe a little before this, where we see Night Girl basically wearing one of those slingshot bikinis that you only see on the beach in Nice, France.
Yeah, she is.
Or in the background of one of the scenes in Orgasmo. But yeah, this is some of the Legion stuff that I love. This is some of my favorite Legion era. And I think a lot of the people who are alive right now, this may be the Legion that a lot of these people are keyed to, because the Silver Age stuff, those people are getting old, man.
Oh yeah, at this point they are, yes.
Yeah.
And so there's some really cool art. It's really groovy, man. The thing that is missing in this, and that I wish that was included, were the original covers. The covers to these issues are not included. And so you're just jumping. Well, I guess in some of them they are, but for the most part, they are not. And so you end one story, and then you jump right into the next one. And the other thing that I don't know is, I take that back. Maybe it's sporadic that they do that, because I'm right at the wedding issue, and they've got a cover for that. But some of them don't. And the other thing, and I don't remember when they first started it, there's no Legion roll call in any of this. Anywhere, which would have been somewhat helpful.
Yeah,
especially
the Legion
with
roll calls disappeared in the 70s, mostly because this is a time frame where they were focusing on smaller teams of groups of Legionnaires too.
Well, and the only reason why I say that even just inside the front cover or somewhere they could have run through this is because Legion of Superheroes hasn't been around for a while. And if there are people who are listening to the Legion Clubhouse and they're like, oh, I want to go read some of this, and they saw some of this in solicitations, and they're going to be going, I don't know who any of these people are. So while this book is not new reader friendly, there may be some new readers who pick this up and are like totally confused and lost. These are no longer teenage superheroes. They don't look like they do in the books that we've already talked about and reviewed here on the show.
Right. They're late teens. They're like 19-year-old superheroes with 70s hair. This is going to be 1977, 1978.
Yeah. This is all.
So there's
70s.
Yeah, Saturn Girl has a big Sarah flippy do. I want to say this leads in 240 should be around the Earth War storyline, which is going to be around and about maybe a little early.
This is 77 and 79 is what it looks like.
Yeah.
Is what it has on the trademark. So there you go. So that is my review of Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes. It's out. I have some mixed feelings about it. I love it on the one hand. On the other hand, I think $50 is a lot of money.
Yes, but finally getting that damn Legion tabloid.
If this could have been $35, this would have been a no-brainer to pick up.
Yeah. Because I think I have 4 copies of that thing now. I have the one that my cousin Elwood gave me in 1979.
Mm-hmm.
I have one that I bought that's super pretty. I have one that's digital so that I can actually read the thing because the comic is 8 by 20. And then I have another version that's collected that was colored really badly. So having a decent recolored copy of some of these stories is going to be worth the price of admission, at least for me. So, it's got Grimbor in it, Grimbor the Chainsman.
Yeah, there you go. Well, listeners, we have come to the end of another Legion Clubhouse. But hey, we didn't even know if we were coming back, and we are. And so we wanted to create this short interlude episode just for you, so you knew what was going on. Matthew, what have we learned this week?
Well, we've learned that Brainiac 5 is still in the multi-lab, and there's some explosive noises coming from in there.
We've also learned that you need to turn in all of your receipts if you hope to get reimbursed.
True. We've learned that if you're going to reprint something, you want to reprint it in a package that is affordable and accessible for Stephen.
And most of all, we've learned that the Legion Clubhouse will be back sometime in August. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. And until then, I am Keep Hope Alive, man.
And we're supposed to do these in advance, man?
The Legion Clubhouse is a production of Major Spoilers Entertainment, LLC, and is produced by Steven Schleicher. Your hosts were Matthew Peterson and Steven Schleicher. You can follow Matthew at Mighty King Cobra and Steven at Major Spoilers. You can follow this podcast on Twitter at Legion Clubhouse. If you have questions or comments, send them to podcast@majorspoilers.com. I'm Jason Inman. Until next time, eat it, Grandpa.
This podcast is copyright 2017 by Major Spoilers Entertainment, LLC.